Good evening, everyone. My name is Michael. Welcome to the Metaphysical Journey. Earlier this evening, I felt a message coming, and so I thought I would pull some cards. And I was drawn to two decks in particular. And setting the tone for this is the Higher Self Oracle by Deanna Riddick. And the card that I pulled is Boundaries. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Boundaries, we've heard this one before. And I initially was thinking, it's like, oh, great, here we go. Setting boundaries for ourselves to, limit stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I looked at the guidebook, and that's exactly the approach that it took as well. But then I pulled the other cards and I was like, this isn't working. It doesn't make sense. So what I did was I got my beautiful Lemurian Ezekiel out and been working with Ezekiel quite a bit and spent some time to see what message I was getting. And sure enough, it didn't feel right because that's not what the card is about. Boundaries. Now, this is going to set the tone for the message, as I already mentioned. This is boundaries that you are facing some new ones within yourself. These are mental boundaries. And you are experiencing some things that are mentally challenging for you, and that you're possibly even thinking, am I going crazy? What's happening? What is taking place up in my mind? Why am I thinking or seeing the things that I'm seeing? What's happening? So that's the tone. The Oracle deck the second one I pulled from is the Cosmic Oracle, and this is by Nari, Anastarsia. Sorry, Nari, if I said that wrong. But anyway, the first card that came up is Believe. Now, this goes with the mental boundary. So the things that you're seeing in your head or you're feeling, are you crazy? Not at all. You're being asked to believe that what you're picking up is actually real. You are seeing things for a reason. Now, if you look closely at this card, you see a lady there or a person, and you have this beautiful energy sparking all around them. And that's what this is about. It's about energy that's flowing into you. Your brain is processing all of this, and you're getting a lot of different imagery, different things, dreams, thoughts. It's a whole paradigm shift that's happening for you right now. And this is for a reason. So you're being asked to believe, or at least ask yourself the question, what if the things that you're picking up, this is happening for a reason? The second card, so when I pulled this one, I thought, well, what are they supposed to believe in? And the second one is Awaken. You are going through an awakening. Now, you've probably had a lot of different ascension type things happening in downloads, transmissions. I've talked about those so many times. Everyone's talking about them because 2023 is has been a year for change. How much shadow work have you been doing? If you're like everyone else, it's been constant shadow work, and you're probably as white as a sheet right now because you've not been getting any sun because you've always been in the shadow the whole time. So you are awakening to something new, and this is a totally different mind shift that is happening. So on this card with Awaken, you'll notice that it's the third eye area really lighting up, a lot of new stuff flowing in, and you have this beautiful light, little sparks of light in different colors coming out. The world is completely opening up to you in a whole new way, a way that is different than what you're used to. So let's say that you are a person, as probably most of you are, you have all kinds of different gifts and abilities and things that you've been working psychically on for a long time, and you've been doing it, but now things seem different. For whatever reason, the game is shifting. As you in the past used to see or receive things in a certain way, it's changing. And you could even be asking yourself, have my guides taken a vacation? Have they left me? Have I had a whole employee shift up there and no one's told me? I didn't get the memo. So it's been a change. You felt it, and it's different. It's not the same way because you are awakening to something new. It's a totally different level. It's a new way of operating in your gifts and seeing the world. So what are they awakening to? That was my question. The next card came up, communication. Now here we are in the third eye area again, and new things are flowing in. You have the wolf down there howling up at, I would imagine, the moon or the light, because this is, again, it's completely new. It's something different. You are receiving the next higher level of how to operate in your gifts and the information that you're getting. So it's communication. The other side is communicating with you now completely differently than before. And that's possibly what the boundaries card is about. It's stretching the boundaries of what you're familiar and comfortable with. You are used to a certain way of it happening, and it's changing. And now you're questioning and you're being asked, just believe. Understand that everything is in divine order. This is divine timing. This is meant to happen. And what a beautiful time before we go into the next year. 2024, I personally believe, is going to be a year of amazing manifestation. And I don't mean of that, yellow Porsche convertible, but I'm still wanting that if you're listening. I don't mean for that. I mean manifestation of new life for you, of a whole different way of operating. Amazing things are going to be coming. So communication has been changing, and that's what you're feeling and seeing. So what's being communicated? And that's the last card, which is sacred journey. This is part of your path, your journey. Where you are headed is the next level, the next stage, the next stop, the next destination on your current spiritual path. So the path changes. We travel on it for a while. We meet people, we learn things, we grow. We buy the t-shirt at the gift shop, and then we get in the vehicle and we continue moving forward. And this is where you are. You're now going to the next phase, the next leg of the journey that you're on. So don't question what you're receiving. Don't question your mental abilities or your sanity for that reason. Just understand that this is happening for a reason. Recently, I want to share this one story. Recently, I was doing a live card reading with three other people, three very dear friends that we were all in a tarot class together, and we did a live. And the strangest thing happened during that evening for me, and it completely threw me off. Now, I'm a person that when I receive information, it comes in visually. I receive like a multimedia presentation with pictures, movies, all kinds of stuff happening, and it all plays out up here, and it's in different sections, and I have to kind of weed through it or wade through it, I'll say it that way, and pull out the information. Now, built into that are emotions, and I'll see that emotions show up as it's an image, and I see the emotion and I'll question what is the emotion. And usually I will hear a word spoken like anger, grief, loss, whatever it is, it'll tell me the word. Or sometimes a little sign will appear above it and it'll spell the word out for me. So I see what's happening. I see the emotions taking place. They identify themselves. And then I get the whole picture. And then from that, I move forward with whatever I'm receiving for the person. In that live, something changed. It completely flipped and it threw me off. It completely stumped me. I was like, well, what is happening? Because what happened in the reading was I first felt these intense emotions. They didn't have to label themselves. I knew what they were, and I felt this. And it's like in my head, I saw this cloud, and the cloud was the emotion, and I was just feeling it. And in the process of that, the imagery started coming out of the emotion. So it was a complete reverse of what I was used to. And it took me a while to process through it. And I only did a few readings that night because it completely threw me. Some other things have been changing as well of how I normally receive things. So that's just my personal example of what I've been dealing with. But I've talked to other people and they have also been having changes too. So more than likely, this is happening to you. It's not that you've messed up. Your guides haven't left you. It's that you are going through a change. And then that's what this reading is about. It's for the collective, but I believe that in one way or another, most of you are experiencing this. And it's coming at a really weird time because the year has been so strange with the retrogrades and all the different stuff we've dealt with. And I've talked about that many times. Everyone has. So you've been hit with a lot this year. And in the midst of all of that, you come out of shadow work just long enough that boom, something changes. And the way that you're used to operating in your gifts has done an about face. And now you're wondering why. And if you are like me, you probably wondered, did I mess up? Have I done something wrong? Am I being punished? Because that's the first thought that many times we think. It's like, what have I done wrong? The answer is you've done nothing wrong. This actually shows that you are where you're supposed to be, and it's time for the next phase. It just will make everything stronger for you. You're going to come out more powerful. You already are, whether you realize it or not. This is the divine showing you it's time. Just have faith, trust, and above all, believe. Believe in yourself and believe it that the divine has everything worked out for you. This is for a reason, to make you even more powerful in what you do. I hope these cards resonate with you. If so, please leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. And I want to thank you so much for following me on the metaphysical journey. It's been a great 2023. A lot of progress has been made, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your time. Have a nice evening. Bye.